We're back. Back on wax, everybody. Good to be here on the Cavalry, America's favorite podcast.
Yeah, America's favorite and only podcast.
That's right.
To the Cap. I think we're just going to keep going. And you know how like everybody was making that joke for a while, like, oh, another pod. That's all we need is another podcast. We're just going to keep going till everybody else, the entire medium's dead. Yeah. We're the last one. No one's listening to them anymore. We're just going to keep going after that even.
Yeah. Hey, let's start a blog too.
Yeah. Yeah, let's start a blog. A Cavalry blog.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Piece.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing, you know what? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
Where were you this weekend?
Well, I wish I was in Green Bay watching the Counting Crows give a free concert at the Lambeau parking lot.
Oh no. What happened?
Nobody wanted to go. Nobody wanted to go. I was like, I get it. I've seen them 40 freaking times. It's fine. I checked out the set list and I was like, yeah, that's.
You were like, hey, wait a minute. I know Counting Crows. You've seen them a million times, but how about Green Bay parking lot?
Did someone see parking lot?
Am I anything there? Am I getting any?
I almost had Aaron. I was like, yeah, it's at Lambeau. And then once I said in the parking lot, she was like, what?
And I will say Lambeau Field, so cool because Green Bay really is, like, I've been there. It really is a tiny, tiny city. It's ridiculous that there's a giant NFL stadium there. I mean, it is so fun. It is just so funny. Like, there's nothing like it. There's no other city in the world probably that has 100,000 seat stadium in a town of like 100 people. Because you think in your head, you know them because of the Packers. Like, they're so famous for the Packers. You think the city's got to be pretty big. Like, it's got to be like there's nothing. It is so small.
You couldn't fill it.
And there's not even like for a stadium, you think there'd be more bars, but there's really not even like that. There's just like houses around that parking lot.
Yeah.
There's straight up just like a residential neighborhood next to this, like, 80,000, the 100,000 seat stadium. Yeah. It's just kind of wild.
It's wild, man.
I remember thinking it was going to be a bigger place. The stadium's huge. I mean, you go into the stadium, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's really big.
You think that's big? You should see the parking lot.
The parking lot, large, very large. But so you didn't go? No,
I didn't go. Checked out the set list. I was like, okay, would have been nice, but whatever. I feel like, I wonder if it was like if it's like kind of state fair. It's like a state fair gig. Did we talk about that? Like, because Counting Crows wasn't advertising it at all. It's like, if they don't really care to push it.
Yeah. You know what's next is Indian casinos. If you stay on this trajectory. But no, I'm sure they're Counting Crows still big band. I remember driving and I saw Macklemore at like one of the tribal casinos in Washington State. I was like,
oh
wow. Comes at you fast.
Yeah. All the places you hit on the way up, you hit on the way down.
Go ahead.
I forget what I was going to say. No. What? Oh, I was just going to say, since we were talking about football, should we talk about our picks? We are both 0-2.
Yeah.
And I have my pick for next week ready.
Oh, I didn't even look. Okay.
I think I just picked it. I have the schedule in front of me if you need me to read off some games. I'm going to take the Jets, who is favored to lose by 6 points against the Patriots.
Oh, interesting. Oh, look at you.
I've never liked the Patriots. And don't they like not have their
No. You got that wrong. The Jets are not.
What?
The Jets are not underdogs to the Patriots.
It says here, Patriots +6, Jets -6 is the spread.
Yeah, remember we talked about that. +6 means you're the underdog.
Oh,
because you're getting 6 points. It's like, you imagine they're adding 6 points to this team's eventual total.
I will not. Throughout this whole season, I will not get that. I will continue
Didn't I
to.
explain that really well? Wasn't that a good way to think about it? They're adding, because I remember it was confusing to me too, but it's like +6, like you're adding 6 points to the end of their total score, so that
But doesn't it
okay.
also make sense like, oh, they're going to win by +6 and the
I
Jets
mean,
will
I
lose
guess there's just
by
any.
minus?
I guess you could just look at it any way you want.
Well, that's what I'm doing. And I'm looking at it in an inaccurate way. So the
Uh,
Jets are favored. Well, that takes the fun out of it.
but so do
Uh,
you still? Well, wait. If you wanted to take the Jets as underdogs, oh well, of course you'd want to take the Jets. You must have looked at that like that's a juicy line.
no, because I don't. I thought the Patriots didn't the Patriots win the Super Bowl like 5 times in a row before the Chiefs?
Yeah. But that was with Tom Brady.
Yeah, but they don't have him anymore.
Where
That's
else
why I
could
think
you
the
get
Jets
this
are going to win.
insider betting? Now you don't tell those. Shh, don't tell the bookies in Vegas, Johnny. Tom Brady's been retired for 2 years. All right, I'm taking a look here. Well, who do I like? Who do I like here?
So yeah, I'm going to still take the Jets.
You're still gonna take the
But now
Jets?
they have to win. They have to win by 7 because if they win by 6, it's a push, right, or a tie.
Yeah. You know what? I I like the Lions this week, -3. Give me a favorite
All right, so the Lions -3. Hold on, I got to
to
write this
beat the
down.
Cardinals.
Lions versus Cardinals,
Yeah.
and who's favored?
The Lions are favored by 3 points at this moment. So that's what we're going by. Even if the line moves, that's it.
Okay, so I'm all right. I marked it down. So
Anyway, who
so
did you take?
the
You're
line
still
can change, but we're
yeah.
keeping this as our line because this is when we made the bet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all right, cool. All right.
Wait, who do you have again? The
The
Jets still?
Jets over the Patriots.
Okay. Got it.
So both our teams could win, and we could still lose if they don't win by enough.
Right. That's what happened to me the first week.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your honesty since I did not pick
Oh
up
yeah,
on
I wouldn't cheat you,
Yeah.
but I
Wouldn't
can
that be just great if we go the whole season 0 for
oh and 30 or 34. That'd be
It's
hard to
34
do.
weeks.
Well, no, but there's 17 weeks, so combined, two of
Oh
them.
yeah.
But that would be hard to do. That would be very impressive. And then if someone
Yeah.
was fading us all week or all season, they'd be rich.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, they were fading us.
That's what you should be doing. You should be betting against. I would just immediately go take the Cardinals and the Patriots if I were you listening to this.
Yeah, I do it. And then leave a 5-star review and tell us what happened with your
Yeah.
bets. I mean, we'll know.
We should take bets on who they think is going to win our bet. Do you want Johnny or Andrew in the contest?
Yeah. Leave a 5-star review and tell us who you think.
Let's leave in the review. Well, you want to know what I did this weekend?
And that's all right. I had a crazy weekend. I went. Go ahead. Yes, please tell me.
I did a show at this Corvette.
But you talked about it. I saw the photos
Yeah.
with what's his name?
We didn't talk about it on the podcast, did we? Am I losing
Yeah,
my
we did.
mind?
Well, we did going into it about how it's
Yeah,
a
going
Corvette.
into it. Oh,
You made him headline.
yes, and I did do that. I went down for the little pre-show meeting or whatever early, and I was just jumped all over it. It's like he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what you guys want to do with the order." It's like, "Yeah, you know what? I can go first and bring Gabriel up if that works, and I'm sure he'll be fine with that." And it was definitely the right call. They were like, it's one of those event things where they had food and then there's an award thing and the lights are changing and you get up there and people are milling about. So it took some work that first like 5 minutes. So it wasn't like the easiest spot. It definitely would have been in a way easier to go second, but he's like a killer. So it was fine.
And it was more his crowd.
And and then by the time 10 minutes in, they were pretty good. So it worked out great. But it was so funny because it was at this Kennewick Convention Center, and I was staying at the whatever it was, the Springfield Inn and Suites. We've all probably treated ourselves to a
Sure.
Springfield Suites in our life. Usually, you don't have that much. You're not that self-conscious about parking your car in the parking lot of a Springfield Suites, except for when it's the goddamn Corvette show and I'm pulling my Prius into a parking lot of like 60 of the nicest cars you've ever seen in your life, all waxed and perfectly shiny, beautiful Corvettes, and I'm just wedging my dented Prius in between them. It was a little embarrassing.
I liked your video.
Yeah, you already saw the video, so I mean, you're not that entertained by this, but
I'm still entertained.
so yeah, but it was fine, you know.
Yeah.
Are you? And you're not a car guy at all. Like
I like, I don't know
had
anything
car.
about cars. I like Mustangs.
Would you like to go to a car? Like if someone gave you free tickets, would you use them to go to a show with a bunch of Corvettes?
No.
Yeah, me neither. And it was
I
they're very nice looking, but then also they had awards, and they're like a dog show. They're like first in show, second, you know, best convertible, best
nicest
this
wax
era.
job.
Yeah, and then you're like, shouldn't Chevrolet just win all these awards? Like, what did you do? You bought the
They're
car.
giving it to the owner.
Yeah, the owners would go up, like the couple who owned the car, they would go up there and get their award, and they'd come back because they drove. It's like their car, and they're bringing it to the show.
But it's not something they have anything to do with. They just bought it. It's not like, oh, best maintenance of your top part.
No. I mean, no one had like flames, you know, painted on them, or
Best spiky wheels.
best air freshener or whatever. It was just
it was
like,
all like
who drove
place,
it? Who
Corvette.
drove it the least? Like, who's kept their car in the garage the longest? All right, you get a trophy, I guess. I mean, I'm sure there's some ways you can modify them, I guess. Maybe that's what, but it was just, you're watching it, you're like, who gives it? Like, how can you? It is kind of like a dog show, and then you're like, how can you look at one dog and then another dog and go, oh, that dog's the best dog, and this dog is like second best, you know?
Yeah.
It seems stupid to me, but.
So what were the categories again? Like best.
One of them was best convertible. Then one of them was I really wasn't paying that a close attention. But
best
one of them
convertible.
Was yeah.
Huh. So what if there's two convertibles?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then they would look at
whose is cleaner.
There was some judge walking around looking at them going, that's a better convertible than this one.
I'd have been like, no, mine's a convertible too.
And you should hear, I mean, it was definitely
like we tied.
Everybody looked exactly the same too. It was like, everybody looked like, have you ever seen those like Santa Clauses that go to Bermuda or whatever? Like, you know, sometimes it's like tropical Santa or Hawaiian.
Okay,
he's like, sure. Santa's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses, and like, they all look like that. Just like lots of hair. They're older, lots of hair, but white. Just like,
yeah, okay.
So they're like, to me, that signifies like good living. Like, nothing, you're old enough to where your hair's turned white, but nothing has stressed you out enough to cause you to lose your hair. Yeah. And you have a Corvette, so like life's pretty good.
We should do a fake car show where we like advertise it. We get all, and then we have just the dumbest awards.
Just the worst. You know what we should do? Oh, I shouldn't even say this. This is such a good idea.
What's that? Do say it.
It would kill in the stand-up comedy community. Road feature car shows. just disgusting road feature cars with like, who's got the most fast food wrappers.
Yeah, the gnarliest one.
Like, and then you just I would just wear like fishing waders and sit down and then put my foot down, and if the garbage goes up to my knee, like, whoa, we got a new record, like taking a line with a red marker. Just like the most drug paraphernalia in one car. That would be fun. A road feature.
Yeah.
Car
highest
show.
Miles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then they're always bragging about it. Like, I got 690,000 miles of my car. It's not even legal anymore to drive this thing, but I gotta get Texas to make $180.
I would have had to have gotten an honorable mention for my what the fuck was that Cavalier, Chevy Cavalier, where the seat it didn't like lock into position, so I just put boxes in the back seat
Yeah.
so
Oh
it
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
like,
yeah.
recline back.
I mean, every car I've had, like I had an Acura, and then that was 200,000 miles, but the odometer broke, so it was actually just stuck at 200,000. So who knows how many miles I had. Then
Wow.
the Camry was close to 200,000 miles, maybe over, and then it got totaled. So and the Prius now is up to like 130, 140. So we'll see how far that gets me. But
Well, that reminds me, I got to get an oil change. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You know, my wife, I said, hey, can you take the car? She took
just
the
wait,
car.
just a way to keep the ping pong ball in the air there, Johnny.
I told my wife, I was like, can you take the car for an oil change? And she took it. Guess how much she paid for an oil change. How
Oh
much do you pay
God.
for an oil change?
Now, I mean, yeah, I don't know, like $60, I think is probably
I mean, if you take it to a
about that
place
range.
where you leave it, like a shop, they'll do it for $20.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you take it to like a car shop and
I've never done. I didn't even know. I just would have assumed that way
like
more
a place
expensive.
that doesn't do, the place that isn't an in and out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where you wait in your car or whatever.
Yeah. You got to drop it off or whatever. That's like $20. She spent $100 at a Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube does that for
On an oil change.
that is highway robbery. That is horrible.
I
Jiffy
know. I
Lube's
was like,
supposed
I
to be
didn't
the
even think
cheap
you
one.
could. She said, "Oh, they said they were out of the regular, so they like gave her the fancy oil."
Oh, that's why they're
I like
out of the
emailed her all of
regular.
my Valvoline email coupons. I was like, just use one of these. You'll get 15% off of $60.
Yeah,
Oh my god! I was like, ugh.
and that's not even. They didn't even do like the bull. I'm anti Jiffy Lube because I was there's this place, a Valvoline or whatever. And then I was like, Jiffy Lube's closer. What's the difference? They're just changing oil. Like, I'm just gonna go to Jiffy Lube. And then they were like, you need new brake pads. Like,
Yeah.
we can do them today for like $300 or something. I was like, I'm gonna go ask somebody else. I just always think like Jiffy Lube guys are the
Oh yeah.
rejects.
Oh,
They're the
yeah.
ones
They're all there. It's that's their
they can't
line.
get jobs at the real place. And then the guy told me I took it to the brake place, I don't know, and it was a Goodyear or something, but it's just some shop,
Yeah.
and they do free brake checks. And I mean, they have all the incentive in the world to say, yeah, dude, yeah, you can do it, and we can do it right now if you want. The car is like literally in there
And they
on the
said it was
thing.
fine.
He's like, it's fine. We got a
Oh
long
my.
time to go. So he didn't even want the business. So I'm like, well, then it's definitely fine. Like
See that would make me want to go back to Jiffy Lube and just sit in front of them with a sign. These people are fucking
yeah.
crooks.
And you know who
Don't
did it to
trust
me
them.
too? This guy, he was like a young kid, unassuming. Like it wasn't some like greasy old, sleazeball.
Yeah.
He was like probably 22. I was like, what are you doing? What are you lying now? Like at this point in your life.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure they work on commission or whatever. So
Oh my god. Ah,
yeah,
not cool.
I wish I was a car guy, and then I could do it all myself.
Yeah.
I told you
Have Dave Yates. Have Dave Yates change your oil.
oh, is he? Of course. He probably sells motor oil on the road.
Ha ha oil.
L-O oil. Don't even give him the idea.
I know. Every time I see him, he gives me grief for not selling Beaner's beans. And he's like, now I sell coffee beans. Like, all right, good,
He
good. I
sells
didn't want
coffee
it.
beans?
I think so. Yeah, he told me he did. He calls them something else.
I mean, I got shirts printed
Oil.
up.
I like that. You
I
did?
got yeah, and I'm not sure. I only got like $200 worth because I was like, I want to make sure they're gonna sell. But I'm already talking to myself. I'm like, oh, like I'm going to Vegas this weekend,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, that's perfect. Sell in Vegas, right? I'm like, I
Yep.
don't want to pack a second suitcase and bring these stupid
I know.
So it's
It's
already, I'm
like
0 for
filming
1.
yourself, though. It's like filming yourself. You just have to do it every time, and then it's just
I
nothing.
know, but I just do not want to do it.
I
So I think
know.
I'm gonna wait till I'm like my first driving gig, and they're already in the back of the car.
Yeah.
I
What's
could have
your
sold
what?
them at the Corvette, and then I was like, well, it's like a private show. I don't want to sell here.
Yeah.
So I'm actually 0 for 2.
What is it? Is it a new shirt or what is it?
Yeah, it's this bit I have about people who bring guns to church, and then I
Yeah.
say, what's that belief system that's like Jesus take the wheel? I'm gonna lean out the window and get a clean shot at this guy. I
Yeah.
posted that joke on, I think it was like Reddit or something, and a guy was like, "Hey, that would be great. That's like a shirt. You should do." So I got that, and I had a guy do. So it says Jesus take the wheel, but then the picture is of like a big fat guy leaning out the window with a gun, and Jesus like holding onto the steering wheel, like in the. So it's like a cartoon. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. So I think they'll sell because the joke gets a good reaction, and then like especially these dumb gun nuts, they're gonna love that shit. So,
I almost wonder like
and if you
that's
love guns and you want to buy a shirt, I don't think you're dumb.
right. Oh no.
No.
But I feel like that would be a good bumper sticker also. But I feel like if you sold bumper stickers of it while selling that, you'd cannibalize your shirt
Yeah,
sales.
I thought about that, or I was like like a magnet or something. I was like something small that I could bring. But then I'm like, I've already got that with the handkerchief. I'm like, I've got the small thing that has like the smaller profit margin. Like, I don't need more like stickers. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll make $4 on every, you know,
Did you ever work with Julie Scoggins?
uh,
She's out of the South. But she's one of those comics like I can't think of anyone else that's like that, but where they literally have a flea market after the show where it's like
yeah,
I got the sizes, the colors of shirts, hats, thongs,
yeah,
socks,
yeah, yeah.
koozies.
Yeah, it's a culture, it's a Midwest culture thing, or maybe a Southern comic culture thing too, because like there was nobody like that in the Northwest when I first started working. I think there's definitely some comics who are like big into merch. This guy
Yeah.
Gabe I just worked with, he's kind of a merch monster, but uh nothing like I would see when I first started working, like hosting and featuring at like Funny Bones, like in the Midwest or on the East Coast. You're like, oh my God, some of the
Yeah.
stores that would get set up after
Yeah.
shows. But they would like, speaking of like road features, they could like double or triple the money they're making that weekend. So, I
Oh
get it.
yeah. Yeah.
But anyway.
Speaking of featuring, I got confirmation today I'll be opening for Michael Che Thursday. Two
Yeah,
shows.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You should sell merch.
Ah, maybe you know what? I probably will. I'll bring it. I'll bring it.
Yeah, why
I'll
not?
share it with him. Be like,
He
oh,
wouldn't care. What's he?
yeah.
He would be the biggest asshole in the world. Like, what? You're on fucking Saturday Night Live. You care if I sell merch?
Yeah.
How much money you need? Yeah, it'll be fun. I wonder if he's a nice guy.
Oh, I'll let you know. You hear that, Michael Che?
Give us the dirt,
If you're listening, you
Michael
better be
Che
nice
dirt.
to me.
What was I gonna bring up? Oh, so okay. I not that we workshop bits on this show, but just
Yeah.
because I have not figured this out. So remember I had that joke about, or I was trying to do that joke about Ginger telling me that the car was dirty. So like she
No.
she comes in the car and she's like, this, or I feel like it's just our car is like, this car is dirty or something. She's like, this car is dirty, but then it's like all her fault. Like
Right.
she,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I've tried a million different ways, like punchlines, and nothing seems to quite. So
Was
it
that the
hit
one
me
where I
today.
laughed at it when you explained it
You
to me
you just
before
laughed
telling?
because you're like, just say, but it's your fault. And I did that,
Yeah.
and then people, they're like, yeah.
Ah, fuck
And then
them.
I said, do you think your mom and I are back here slamming graham crackers and sloshing milk everywhere and sticking lollipops to the back of the seat rest. Oh, well, that one's mine. But I only did that because so that was it, right? And that was
Yeah,
like,
I
it
like
was
that.
pretty good,
Yeah.
wasn't great. But then Heidi and I were talking about like car seats and like when to put her in the like Heidi's like hates the car seat. She just hates it. So she's
Heidi does?
Heidi does. She just
Oh,
hates
okay.
putting her
Well,
in
oh,
there.
just because it's a pain in the ass to get her
It's a
buckled and
pain in the
stuff. Yeah.
ass, and it's always, you ever have them like they're always like tipping over. This one just because we put it in the middle seat, it's always like
Oh.
tipping over from one side to the other.
They should take it to a fire station. They'll put it in
Well,
correctly.
that's what I was gonna say. So
Me.
that's the joke that hit me when we were talking about like when to move her into the booster seat, and so when she says your car's dirty or our car's dirty, it's like, well, your car seat's not installed properly, so why don't you worry about your own problems?
Yeah.
Or is
I,
it funnier if I explain it? So I was thinking like, no, it's funny. Just say your car seat's not installed properly, so why don't you worry about your own? But then, because that implies like that's something that's my fault,
right, right,
right?
right.
And then she's mad about something that's her fault.
Yeah.
So we're both being mad about something we can control. Or should I say like that's her? Like, yeah, it's dirty because you dropped food in. You don't see me blaming you for the car seat not being installed properly. Is that better, or just to say,
I think the second what you just said is better
okay,
because it spells it out more. I don't know, like
yeah,
I get it, but I don't
you
know.
don't trust
Yeah, I don't trust the
audiences.
audience to do the math.
Not
And but
ones,
it's
not ones that are gonna buy Jesus Take the Wheel t-shirts.
right. But also
Yeah.
that second one has like an extra layer of like of just the fact that that you're
Right.
aware.
You know what's sad? Did you ever like those straps that can attach to the back? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're like at a like 50%. Because anytime we have to move the car seat out of the car, because we only have one car, so sometimes we're moving the car seat in and out, and a lot
It
of
clips
times
to
it's
the back
early
of
in
the
the
seat,
morning
right?
and I forgot it's not in there. We're going off to school, preschool. So I just
Yeah.
throw it in there and then I don't do I'm like, well, we're driving 3 blocks. I'm not going to do the whole back straps. And then like 3 weeks later, she's like tipped over. Shit.
You want me- Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
on
You
the
know, it's
freeway,
bad.
just like jerking to the left. Like, let me get her the other way.
You're swerving just to correct her seat.
Right. No, it's for safety. Trust me.
Yeah. We got a message. I got because the daycare is literally 2-3 blocks of neighborhood drive. There's not even a almost busy street between
Yeah.
here and her daycare. This was like a year ago. And and Aaron always gets on me like, if we're getting close to home, I'd be like, oh, you gotta, if mom comes to meet us in the garage, you gotta make sure it's all, because otherwise I get in trouble.
Wait. What do you
So,
mean it's all?
well, like, you put, she'll do the chest, but then we don't do the 5 point, crotch snaps.
Oh, okay.
There's like
I said,
two
oh,
more than that.
Heidi would be thrilled to know that.
Oh yeah. See, so
Yeah.
so I'll get in trouble if it's not
Right.
100%, but I'm like, we're literally going 2 blocks,
Yeah.
whatever. Uh, I'm, that's not a battle. Anyway. So we get a message on our, Bright Wheel app, the one, where they communicate like, hey, Phoebe got a boo boo at recess today. No big deal. But it was like, hey, some of the teachers noticed that Phoebe's getting out of the car, like they're watching through the window and seeing that she's in the booster, not the car seat, and they're ratting me out. And they're like, just want to make sure for Phoebe's safety, kids shouldn't be not in the seat until they're 100 pounds. Whatever. I was like, are you fucking kidding? My wife's gonna see this shit.
Wow.
I know.
I can't believe they do that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So Heidi was telling me today she can go on the booster seat when she's like 40 pounds and over. They're saying
Well,
100 pounds?
well, they have to be in. Maybe it's a booster, 100 pounds. But I think Phoebe was like, running around in the back seat while we pulled into the parking lot or something. Like, wasn't buckled at all.
She was just hanging on to a ski rack on the top of the car. It's just,
Like, that's not safe. We live close by. Yikes.
Man, that is so aggressive though for a
I
preschool
know.
teacher
And then it's
when
embarrassing for me when I drop off, like, all right, which one of you fucking
wow.
narc?
And they sent that email to both you
They
and
sent it as like a, yeah, because we both have the app. So it's
so
like,
Erin saw it, right?
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was she pissed?
She said yeah, I mean, she was like, that is so embarrassing. That is
Yeah.
embarrassing.
To get reprimanded by a preschool teacher is pretty embarrassing.
For
Yeah,
being
you
negligent to
take
your
it
own.
really like, you know, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because the more important it feels, like the third party person, the teacher, the bystander,
Yeah.
they feel the more dangerous it is, the more important it is. They have to speak out and they have to say
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah.
then as a parent, if it's egregious, you're like, but how dare you suggest I'm not looking out for my child's welfare? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
there's
mean,
that never goes great.
right. But in all fairness, I mean, I had no argument to stand on.
Yeah, buckle your seatbelt. I mean,
Yeah. I was like, okay. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not going to win the argument of we live close. Come on.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, that's how it's
Eh,
gonna be, huh?
well,
Well, my friend,
should we get into
topic,
topics?
topic.
All right. You who? Me, you. Me, you.
I can go. I feel like you always go first.
All right. You go first.
Okay. So now I know this might touch close to home, but I don't think this will be something that you guys do. But I know Aaron is a bee person, cares about the
She's a
bees.
what person?
A bee person, worried about the bees, cares about
Oh,
the
yeah. With
bees.
the whole no mo may.
No mow
Yeah.
May or whatever.
Yeah.
We're worried about the pollinating. Gotta have the
Yep.
pollinators. And I'm all for that. Grow whatever bushes or grasses or, have a whole farm out there, wild. I don't care what you do in your yard. I really don't.
Okay.
But then this might just be a Portland thing, but what I don't need are signs telling me that you have bee friendly plants. Just
How?
grow the plants. I
Right.
don't need the like pollinator friendly garden or bees. There's literally, I walked by one the other day, bees at work, and then I was like, BEE aware that bees are at work. What do you mean be aware? Be aware about what? What do you want me to do about it? Like,
Right.
shut up, Johnny, shut up. Shut the fuck up. These bees, the bees are pollinating right now. Shut up.
Right. Right. Their sign should say, be impressed with the flowers in my
Right.
backyard.
Be in awe of my citizenship as I care about the bees. I'm the best
Yeah.
person.
I don't like that at all. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is a Portland thing. That is
that is a
not
Portland thing. Yeah,
not
we
here.
have
Well,
a
I've
lot of
just never
stuff
seen that.
because it's a lot of stuff I'd like to do bits about, but I do think it's unique to Portland. Like the what was the sign? I see it all the time. It's like natural backyard habitat or something, and they get it like
You've talked about that one before, right?
certified backyard habitat. And you're like, certified by who? Who are these certifiers coming around, looking at your backyard, making sure the plants are like not plastic or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy hasn't mowed in a
Oh,
while.
that's
We'll
natural.
certify that one.
He doesn't give a shit about his yard. That's pretty natural backyard habitat right there.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess it's a Portland thing, but I love the bees as much as anybody. You just don't have to brag about your pollinator situation.
Yeah. They're doing it. They're doing it for the sign. They're
I mean,
doing
I'm
it.
sure I have some pollinators. I don't look. I grow a lot of different types. A lot of different types of bushes and flowers and all sorts of crap. Sure, the bees like some more than others. Who am I to worry about it? I'm just planting
Right.
the stuff. The bees are allowed to go wherever they want outside. I never spray them. You know,
Yeah.
where's my, you know what I mean?
It's because you're not doing it for the recognition.
Right, just the love of the game.
The love of the game.
I don't
Love of the
even.
bees.
I'm not even a honey guy. I'm not even using the
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah, man. Oh, I'll
You a honey
totally.
guy? You put honey on stuff?
Um, from time to time, we put it in our smoothies.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I do that for ginger. I don't do it for myself because I'm an adult. I don't need it.
And can't do that. Honey's a very messy. Once
Oh
it's out of
yeah.
the bottle and on the sides, it's like,
Oh, and then if you leave it in the same place in the cupboard, and then it's
oh
like
yeah,
that spot, and you're
just
like, oh, well,
ruined.
they're never cleaning that.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess that's just the spot where the honey goes for the rest of our lives.
yeah. For the rest of everyone that lives here ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. You're backing me up.
yeah. I'm backing you up for sure.
Any
All
yard,
right.
you know what? That kind of falls into the same category as like don't poop or pee here. Just like anytime you're thinking about putting up a sign in your yard, really think about it.
Right.
Just really go, is this what we need? Is this the
Yeah.
message we want to put out to the world all the time? Like every day? You know what I mean? Just
That's the billboard of your yard.
it's got to be so important, you know?
Wait, I know you have a joke about the free little the free
Yeah, the
little
free
library.
little
It's a
libraries. Yeah.
great joke. But what's your thoughts on, like, what's your take on, like, how it's such an eyesore for a house? Like,
Yeah. I think they
we
try
go
to
on these walks and there's a lot of them in our neighborhood. They have there's very little movement.
no, it's
Nobody is
always
moving these
yeah,
books.
exactly. It's garbage books. And
Yeah.
nobody wants them, you know.
Yeah.
The I think that some of them they try to cuten them up, they try to paint them the same color as the house and put like nice glass doors on them. Some of them are real just shit boxes and you know, like
Yeah.
brick oven looking things. There's one by our house. It's such a try hard. Listen to this. So
Sorry.
they have it's
Ugh.
pet themed. So like they have pet treats, like dog treats in the library, and then all the books are like pet. They like change the titles on the outside of the book, so it's like puns about
Oh God.
so it's not like grapes of wrath. That's not even gonna work. I don't know I can't think of one right now, but like
Yeah. Like, instead of Little Women, Little Kitten.
sure, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, better than that, but yes.
Excuse me? Excuse me.
I can't even come up with.
I mean, yeah, they're not dumb
Oh,
as fuck like that.
Dog Catcher in the Rye. Stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
That one actually might be one of theirs. I don't know,
Oh, fuck.
but
You should talk to them, see if they want to use that.
yeah, you guys should do stand up.
Oh.
But yeah, so like some of them try really hard. Is my point, and that's not even the only dog treat library box on our block. There's like multiple of those on our like extended street.
The Three Mouseketeers.
Oh
I
yeah,
think isn't that a real,
that's like a thing
that's
though.
like
That's
a
like a Disney
cartoon.
thing
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
God, I suck.
I
wasn't
you're-
listening. I wasn't
it
listening to you
sounded
for the
so.
last minute.
I'm so stupid that it like Mouseketeers sounds more like I've probably heard that more than Musketeers. So I was like, is he
Yeah.
even doing one? Is he just saying a book? It's like Lord of the Rings. That would be a great at midnight guess. It's just guy who says things and there's no pun in it.
But he says it like it is
But
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're backing me up.
Yeah.
Just get the shit out of your front of your house. Paint your
stop
house.
being a dipshit, you fucking shit.
Put the address numbers up there, and just that's it. Put your little lights up. You don't need any signs.
Yeah, stop being a dipshit.
You don't need it. Yeah, stop being a dipshit. Okay, go ahead, John.
All right,
What do you
here's my
need back
topic.
up on?
All right, in the shower. Now, this is an interesting one because I thought about this and I realized I don't even practice what I'm preaching here. when you shower, do you wash your legs
Oh,
with
this is
soap?
interesting.
Because
Yes.
I do,
Answer.
but I would defend people that don't. I think the people that don't, it makes more sense for them.
Okay, so I do too because, and I forget when this was, but there's like a, and it, there's like kind of a dust up about it like a year ago, but this was like multiple years ago. There was someone who pointed out like, and it became like a black white thing. Like a white people don't wash their legs in the shower. They just like
Oh, okay.
let soap,
Yeah, the
the
runoff.
soap is going down there and then eventually it's going to rinse off you from the shower water.
Yeah.
I realized, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't wash anything like below my I can reach. I'm never bending over, basically.
Oh, so you don't like run, you don't like rub soap all over your lower legs.
Now I do. Now I wash like my feet. Like
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
literally lifting a foot up and washing the whole leg and lifting the other foot.
Yeah.
And it takes balance. You're standing there on one leg in
Sure.
the
It's
shower.
dangerous. Be
Yeah.
careful.
But I started doing that because these people made a big deal about it. Like, oh my God, it's so gross. You don't wash your. And it occurred to me, like, yeah, I guess you wash your arms and stuff. So I
But
guess you
do you
should.
used to not?
Yeah, my whole adult life, like probably till I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, that's funny.
It never even
Yeah.
occurred to me.
It never occurred to me either, but I always just did it because
You're
I
like,
would do it in the bathtub
it's
when I was
there.
5 years old. I was like, oh, I got to wash my body. And then the shower's like, oh, I'm supposed to wash my body. And then the whole, that topic came up and I was like, yeah, it made sense. The other people make more sense than like I'm burning through soap too fast.
Do you put that reminds me of a funny joke. This guy, I think it was his joke. Owen Straw, he used to be a comedian in Seattle, and he's like, I know I'm getting fatter because I'm going through soap quicker.
That's
Because
pretty
the
funny.
bar of soap isn't lasting as long. It's funny. Uh yeah. I mean, so you're saying though that you're defending people who don't do it
Correct.
because it isn't that necessary.
Because I feel like it's unnecessary, but I do it.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole point of showering every day is to not stink
Mm-hmm.
because it's like
Yeah.
technically you probably don't even like hygiene wise, like you're not going to get sick or something if you don't shower every day.
Yeah. And your calves aren't going to stink.
Your calves don't stink, your feet stink, but then like
And you
you
are
know,
standing in the soapiest of water.
I've never been like on a subway and go like, oh god damn, somebody's feet stink in here. It's always
Yeah.
bo smell. So as
Yeah.
long as you're washing like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, the smelly stuff, and I guess your face,
Yeah. You got to
that's
wash
just for
in your
yourself.
asshole. You have to wash your asshole,
You have to wash your ass. And like
but then the hole.
yeah, but I mean, and the ass.
Well, and the ass. Yeah.
Because then,
Because
yeah,
you can reach the ass. So that's not part of this. I mean, that runoff, you can't let runoff through your butt.
no. Do you use like a, like, what do you use to
I use
shower?
a bar. I use a bar.
Bar soap.
I have. You know what's funny is ever
You
since
have like
Greg
a
Hunt was on our
loofah?
show. No, I don't use a loofah. That's another thing. I had a bit about that, and people would get so grossed out because I use the bar directly on me. And they're like, you
I
gotta
did
use a
that too.
wash rag.
We've
It's like,
talked about that. It's called soap. Like the soap cleans itself. It's
yeah,
impossible to be dirty. It is soap.
right. It's like getting
Yeah,
water wet.
exactly.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But I do have what's it called? Not the squishy or the soap you squirt out. What's
Yeah,
that shit called?
body wash.
Body wash. I got it after Greg Hahn was singing the
Yeah.
high praises of fucking Old Spice
Oh, it's
Black Panther or whatever. I was like, all right, I gotta see what all the hubbub's about.
so funny. Dr. Bronner's. That's the shit. Dr. Bronner's. It lasts forever, and just like a
Yeah,
little bit, and you can your whole body. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It gets really soapy. Because like,
that's
you ever go
great.
to like a hotel and you use their body wash or soap, or not usually it's their body wash, and you just like rub it on you, and like you get a few bubbles, and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to use this whole thing to get
Yeah,
lathered up here.
Yeah. Do you use moisturizer? Do you put lotion on?
Heidi's big into lotion, and she's tried. It's a very hard habit to start, because even if
Yeah.
I go like, oh man, I've 3 days in a row, I've lotioned up here, because she always wants me to do my feet, because then like she thinks it's gross if my feet get dry,
Yeah.
and so it started with that, and then it's like, okay, and then you put body lotion in, but you're like, oh my god, it's just like adds another 10 minutes to your routine.
Oh, yeah.
Not 10 minutes.
I can't.
I don't know, it's like a whole nother thing to do.
What does it really do? I mean, what does it do? It just makes you feel slimy and shit.
Yeah, I guess it's to keep you from looking all wrinkly and old, but I'm like, I put on face moisturizer. I do that now.
Every day in the morning?
Day.
Or when you shower? Or
well,
when?
after I shower. Usually I don't shower till like
Till night?
late afternoon usually.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a comedian. I keep comedians hours.
Yeah. Did we talk about that? Is night showering gross? I'm a night shower guy. I shower before I go to bed.
Yeah. But then what do you do with your hair? Doesn't it take you like an hour to
dry
your hair?
When you have long hair, I just fucking throw it in the back. But when I had like not, my hair always looked like fucking, dark browns.
Yeah, you'd wake up and that's the one thing about taking a shower at night. But I can't go to bed. Like sometimes like a day goes by and I didn't work out or anything, but it's just like, oh man, I was busy and then didn't shower and then didn't have a show.
Yeah.
Like I didn't shower that day. I don't sleep well.
So you shower before you go to bed?
Yeah.
If that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gross.
No, that's better than the alternative. I shower at night most times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do the show though, and then shower after the show?
No. If I do that, then
you always shower before.
I'm on the road. I'll shower before the show. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Just to confirm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I approve of that.
Okay.
Anything else? That's it.
Man. This is a solid app right there.
App. Why give them more than that?
I know.
Hey,
if you want more, hop on the post show.
Patreon. That's what it's for, baby. October 4th, my birthday, I'll be in Coos Bay, Oregon with Tyler Bowe doing a show at the Egyptian Theater. So you know anybody on the Oregon coast, get some tickets, come see me and Tyler. Johnny?
Nice. This is dropping on the 23rd?
Yeah.
I'll be in Green Bay this Friday the 27th. I'll be in the parking lot of the where am I? I'm in Green Bay at the Epic Event Center. Well, that's fun. That sounds bigger than I'm guessing it is. And then Crandon at the Mole Lake Casino Event Center. That's going to be a fun show. That's me. I believe Dana Ehrman and Charlie Kogis is with me bringing. And yep, it is. So that's going to be a fun show. And that's in Crandon, Wisconsin, Saturday the 28th.
Go see Johnny. Thank you for listening. And remember, we're about to do Patreon right now. Post show banner. So if you want that, you got to sign up for the Patreon. And thank you for listening to
The Cavalry.